So whilst everyone's been obsessing over the EU AI Act, something bigger just dropped recently in July of this year. ISO has released a draft standard that's about to fundamentally change how we secure AI systems, and I'm betting 99% of people working in AI security have never even heard of it or even looked at it. It's called ISO IEC 27090, and if you think ISO 27001, 27002 was a big deal for cybersecurity, this is about to be just as massive for AI. So let me show you what's inside. So here's the problem. We've been securing AI systems like their regular software: firewall check, access control check, encryption check. But AI systems are fundamentally different. They have training data that can be poisoned. They have models that can be stolen through legitimate API calls, and they have outputs that can leak sensitive information. They're learning systems, which means they can be corrupted during operation. Traditional cybersecurity frameworks, they don't address this. ISO 27001, NIST cybersecurity framework, even SOC 2, none of them have specific guidance for AI-specific threats until now. So ISO IEC 27090 is titled Cybersecurity Artificial Intelligence, Guidance for Addressing Security Threats and Failures in Artificial Intelligence Systems. It's a 54-page standard that was just released for public voting, and the voting period ran from April the 16th to July the 9th this year. After that, it gets finalized and published probably early to mid next year, 2026. So here's what makes this document special. So first, it's AI specific, not generic cybersecurity applied to AI, but threats that only exist because of how AI systems work. Second, it covers the full AI lifecycle, from planning and data collection through training and deployment, all the way to continuous learning. Every stage gets security guidance. Third, it's designed to integrate with ISO 42001, the AI management system standards. So if you're building an AI governance program, which you should be if you're dealing with the EU AI Act, this is your security component. So think of it this way: ISO 42001 is your AI management system, ISO 27090 is your AI security framework, and together they give you a comprehensive AI governance system. So now you might be thinking, we already do ISO 27001, isn't that enough? And the short answer is no. ISO 27001 gives you information security management. It's fantastic for traditional systems, but look at what it doesn't cover. Data poisoning attacks, corrupting training data to manipulate model behavior, model exfiltration, stealing your AI model through legitimate API queries, prompt injection, manipulating LLMs to bypass safety guardrails, membership inference, determining if specific data was in your training set, and model inversion, reverse engineering training data from model outputs. These aren't theoretical, these are active attack vectors being used right now. So take data poisoning. An attacker injects bad data into your training set, maybe through a compromised data source or user-generated content you're scraping. Your model trains on this poisoned data, and now every prediction your model makes is subtly corrupted. Your firewall didn't stop this, your access controls didn't catch it, your encryption didn't prevent it, because the attack isn't on your infrastructure, it's on your data, which your system is designed to ingest and learn from. So ISO 27090 addresses this, ISO 27001 doesn't. The document explicitly says AI systems are subject to all traditional cybersecurity vulnerabilities and some new threats involving data and manipulated input to AI models. So you need both, 27001 for the foundation and 27090 for AI specific threats. Okay, so here's the core of the standard. Section 6 describes 13 types of threats to AI systems, and I'm going to do a rapid overview here. I'll do deep dives on each of these in future videos, so make sure you subscribe. So if we think of development and training threats, we've got data poisoning, which is corrupting training data to manipulate model behavior. We've got direct model poisoning, which is tampering with model parameters directly. We've got direct training data leaks, unauthorized access to your training data sets. We have operational threats, evasion attacks, which is crafting input to fool the model's predictions. We've got model exfiltration, stealing your model through repeated queries. Membership inference, determining if specific data was in training. Model inversion, reverse engineering training data from outputs, model input leak, exposing user queries to unauthorized parties, sensitive model output, the AI revealing confidential information, LLM specific threats, prompt injection, manipulating language models to ignore instructions, output contains injection, AI generated content includes malicious code, physical access threats, direct model theft, which is stealing model files through unauthorized access, plus conventional attacks, DDoS, code injection, supply chain attacks with AI-specific consequences. So for each of these threats, the standard gives you 4 things. 1, a description of the threat. 2, what failures result from it. 3, how to detect it. And 4, how to mitigate it. So this is actionable guidance, not just be aware of data poisoning, but here's how you detect and stop it. So the ones that personally worry me the most is data poisoning, model exfiltration and prompt injection, because they can happen through legitimate system use. You can't just block them with a firewall. So just looking roughly at the rough timeline here, voting started April the 16th, 2025, closed in July the 9th, 2025, and then Q4 and Q1 of 2026 is when the expected publication will become official standard. So if we look toward 26 and 27, where industry adoption begins to accelerate. 2027 onwards, it's likely to become the compliance requirement for regulated industries, especially in relation to 42001. So now, why should you care right now? Well, 1, if you're subject to the EU AI Act, Article 15 requires cybersecurity measures for high-risk AI systems, and guess what demonstrates compliance? ISO 27090. 2, if you're pursuing 42001 certification, auditors are going to ask about AI security controls. ISO 27090 gives you the framework. 3, if you're deploying AI systems on AWS, Azure, or GCP, your enterprise customers are going to start asking, how are you addressing 27090 requirements? So would you rather scramble to answer that in 2026 or build it into your systems now? On a personal note, I'm actually reviewing this standard now as I'm developing my own curriculum for algorithmic auditing, just for my own personal use. And the hope is that by the time this ISO standard becomes official, I'll already know how to audit against it. And that's the advantage of getting started now. So what does this mean for you? So let me make this more concrete based on your specific role. So let's say you're a CISO or security professional. This is your framework for AI security. You can purchase the draft, map it to your current AI systems, identify gaps, and start building your AI security program now. If you're an ML engineer or data scientist, Section 6 is your threat landscape. Understanding these attacks will make you a better builder, especially data poisoning and model exfiltration. Those affect your design decisions. If you're a compliance officer, this integrates with ISO 42001 and maps to EU AI Act requirements. It's part of your governance framework. So start documenting how your organization addresses each threat category. If you're an AWS or cloud architect, Section 7 gives you mitigation strategies, and I'm working on a video mapping ISO 27090 controls to AWS SageMaker features. So please do subscribe so that you don't miss out on that. And if you're building AI products, your enterprise customers will start asking about this in their security questionnaires. So it's better to have answers ready. So if you found this valuable, please hit the like button so this reaches more people who need to know about it. And drop a comment and tell me which of these 13 threats worries you most for your systems. And if you want to get serious about AI governance and algorithmic auditing, then do begin to look at these ISO standards and realize the value that they offer to you as a business or as a AI governance professional, auditor, etc. So this is the standard nobody's talking about yet, but by early next year, everyone will be. So you get a head start. Thanks for watching. This has been Gavin on the AI Governance Engineering Show, and I'll see you again next time.